This is, I guess, log one for the first conversation, I guess. I don't really know where to start. I don't really know what to say. But it seems like I have so much to say. But when it's time to say it, I can't say it. Or at least not, to anybody out in the open, to anybody that it matters. But I gotta confess. I have to confess. And I think my whole self-evaluation thing I do, or my self-therapy thing I do, because I try to talk to others, but then it's still like no matter what, it's still the same underlying issues. I know they're my own fault because they are, results of the choices I've made. So who else to blame, But I feel like there's a pattern. I feel like there's something beyond me, beyond myself, that I almost hate to say it out loud because that would mean that I believe that there is something that can control the way your life goes. So I'm at a conflict with that too because I also have a belief to where, I can make my life what I want it to be. I can be whoever I dream to be and do the things I've always wanted to do. But on the other hand, it's like once I'm headed down that path to do the things that I want to do or am doing the things that I, want to do or being in positions to where I'm comfortable, I'm good, and everything's okay. Everything's fine, actually. And then, boom, here it is again to where my life altered. Now I have to reconstruct. You get what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person who had to start over. But it comes to a point to say, okay, is it me or is there something else? And I try to think about, even if there was something else dictating my outcome to the way I live in this world, I still do mainly good things. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Nobody's perfect. I still do things that I'm not proud of, that I wish I did not do. So that's where I also bring the blame back to myself on a lot of times when things don't necessarily go my way or go the way I would hope for them to go. But even when I, you know, try to correct those things and stand in walk in a more righteous path or move in a more, aligned way, and I build a pattern of doing that, then there's this other thing. Now it's, and I get it. I know we all have struggles and issues in life and things happen, but the way things happen for me, and probably for millions of others, it's like, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. But I'm living in a world to where just because I'm a good person doesn't mean good things are going to happen for you. And that's a very ugly realization that you have living in the world we have today. So I think, okay, so me being a good person doesn't really benefit me, because even when I try to be a good person, excuse me, even when I try to be a good person, bad things still happen. So is that's not, I guess that's not a part of the equation to it. So I have done things in the sense of thinking like, well, it doesn't matter whether I do good or bad, because bad is still going to be the end result of the or the starting over process, or just new beginnings, so to speak. But I want my new beginnings to be elevation, evolving into that person who I know I can become. And again, now I'm, trying to get in a better mindset to say, well, stay positive, keep doing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Believe you can do it, stay consistent, and never give up, and just stick to it. And hopefully those decisions will lead to a more prosperous and productive, stable outcome. Because I'm too volatile now at the moment, and I'm trying to understand why. I don't know if it's me or the world. And I come back to say this because I do believe just the way I am and how I was raised, like I'm a humanitarian at heart. I feel like if things were there, I wouldn't be anything but a philanthropist or humanitarian, because the only thing that's going to really bring me happiness is to see my, I don't know, my people's is strong. I just want to see the oppressed, or the I just want to see that my people have a fair chance to live a life in a way that they can live, versus us having to live under a system that's designed to oppress us and designed for it to push us into more corrupt ways. And I think by me living in a system under that, guys, I lose faith. I lose faith. Because evil is winning. Evil, and they say the only way evil can prevail is if good men do nothing. And right now, it's frowned upon to even be seen. I mean, well, that's strong. I'm not going to say frowned upon, but I mean, there's not too many good men or good women out there still willing to fight against something that they don't even realize they're up against. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people have become content with what life is and how I should maintain my lifestyle because of a standard that was programmed into their brain to make them dependent on a system that's only using them for their hands and feet. That's it. They don't really care about your mind. If they could wipe your mind out, they'll do that. They just need you to move for them. It's the most priceless thing. It's not about money. It's not about crypto. It's not about it. The power is in the people. And I don't understand why people don't see that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, this is where I say common sense isn't so common. Because if it was a common idea or a common denominator to realize, like, all we need is the people to do the things we need them to do. The people who know how to do those things we need them to do. That's it. It's not about the money. And I believe a lot of times, in order for us to build our industry the way we want to build our industry, we got to do it the same way our ancestors did. For free. For free. Now, of course, we can get, I guess little stipends here and there or financial rewards toward the end, maybe. But, well, of course, it's going to be toward the end. That's the whole goal, because we're doing this so that we can build an industry for our future generations to where they look at the type of wealth we built for them. You get what I'm saying? And we did that for free. Not because they wanted to, but because they were forced. And it's like, that's a history of this country that people just choose to be like, oh, okay, yeah, that happened, whatever, get over it. But it's like, that is fucking brutality. You get what I'm saying? That's evil. Corrupt. And you're okay with that. And you're okay with allowing them to continue to have that. You get what I'm saying? Like, how are you okay with that? We know for a fact it's sex trafficking going on right now. How are we okay? We can stop that at a minute because we are the people. We can walk on any cargo fucking ship, any cargo base, any place we want to go. Man, we checking these crates before you ship this shit anywhere. Because the power is in the people. The power is not in the pen, in the mind like it is, unless you allow it to be. But again, I digress. And I think that has a lot to do with the reasons why I can't find myself in this world. Because to do a lot of these things, I have to succumb to a lot of the bullshit that this country is just giving me and knowing what it's built off of. Like all this factual knowledge we have out here about the way they held our people back and why it's such a freaking wealth gap. Like, really? And we okay with the wealth gap though? Like, we gotta be okay with the wealth gap because we still sit here like fucking idiots and not doing nothing about it. Like, oh, well, yeah, they did. Oh, that Homestead Act of 1862, what was that? Oh, they gave them millions of acres of land over there to the folk they were supposed to get a, man, well, whatever, okay, let me go to work every day, shit, I gotta be on the clock. Like, what? You still running to a clock that these motherfuckers didn't say that to not even pay you well to do it and still make them fucking rich. But you okay with that. Y'all fine with that. I can't accept that. But I don't have a choice. Unless I'm going to fucking go to the middle of the Congo and live in the woods. And then even somehow they still might find me. Because these motherfuckers are scouring the every inch of this earth to colonize and put their way in place. It's evident. It's been evident. You've been seeing the evil, corrupt stuff they've been doing forever. Forever. So no, I don't trust them. Why would I trust them? Why would you trust them? And it's not like I'm lying to you when I tell you what they did. You can go back and see what they did. But you don't care. I care, dog. I care. Because if I did, if that's bullshit, my ancestors who actually went through that shit, what are we gonna get for them? What did they go through that shit for? So we can still be in this same bullshit that we in today and still letting these crackers do what they do to us the way they did it to us, just in a different way? I think it's worse to be in a fucking mind slavery worse than it is to be in the actual chain slavery. At least the ones in the chain slavery was, if they didn't make the right or whatever they considered the right choice, they was getting beat, murdered, and stabbed and played with and dragged in trucks. They had repercussions for not complying. Now, it ain't even like that. Y'all do it on your own. It's crazy. But I'm the crazy one. That's what he's saying. I'm the aggressive one. I'm the one, oh, you can't keep quitting people's job. Man, fuck them people's job, man. And they come and clock me here, you need this, that, and the third. Listen, I'm doing a job you gonna pay me this bare minimum to do, and that's all I'm doing. I ain't doing the extra. I ain't going that whole fucking extra mile to prove myself to you like I'm some type of super nigga. No. You gonna give me $16, $17 an hour. You're gonna get $16, $70 an hour worth of labor out of me. And really what you already asking me to do is not really worth it. But I gotta succumb to this bullshit because I still got bills to pay. Bills to live on an earth that was given to me by the Most High, the power of the sources are. We all are human beings. We can't help that we live on this planet. So why would I allow you to dictate how I live on this planet that God gave me? Or the Most High gave me? Or whatever entity or source you reach out there to? Why would, like, bro, I'm living on this earth just the same way as you. You can't tell me how the fuck that I gotta pay you to do this. It don't make sense. And then the money that I'm paying you, you taking it and doing fucking experiments and dictating how my life goes with the money that you're getting from me. So I'm paying you to fuck me. This is crazy. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man. Maybe, hopefully, one day, like I said, I'm gonna keep trying to do the things that I do, and keep delivering a certain message that I feel like this message needs to be heard. Like I don't think I can continue to live out here and not meet other people who actually feel like me, because now I'm starting to feel like I'm crazy for real, and I need to see other people who feel like me. Because if not, all my faith is gone. Like I see it online. People talk crazy online all day. Yeah, they this, that, and the third. People are all kind of militant online. But where's the action? Like I respect brothers like David Banner. Like David Banner is a major inspiration to me. And I'd love to see people do stuff like that. But even in the case of Umar Johnson, and a lot of people might not like it. And I don't really necessarily agree with everything that maybe he's done or made choices with us financially. But it's the idea and the message behind it is saying, like, in order the way that we're going to do this, it's going to have to be united. There is no other way. It has to be united. And if we're not willing to unite, and maybe even work for free, maybe in the circumstances, I'm not saying that is a given or we have to, but I'm just saying, just think about if we had that mentality to be willing to do it, and how much that can change and shift our narrative in this world right now. Take us off the bottom of the totem pole. But I need to find other people like me, or I don't know. I don't know. I still gotta find. I still gotta live. I still got kids to take care of and stuff like that. So I still gotta live. So am I just supposed to go through this life as a robot and it's doing the same thing over and over again just to, take me a vacation once or twice a year and just clock in for the rest of it? And then let's go on the other end of that spectrum. Like, even like I said, now that is the dream where I can do everything I need to do from a laptop here and there and make my money work for myself. That's all the more dandy cool. As long and that's the way I would prefer, and that's the vision I'm gonna try to follow. But let's just say I get all that. I could take a vacation any day of the week and do all this and go all the places in the world I wanted to go and visit all the things I wanted to see. Fine, that's cool, yeah. But that's not what I want. You get what I'm saying? Because what's better for one individual ain't better for the collective. I mean, I'm not saying that. Let me retract those words, universe. Like, hey, if you give me the ability to where I can take a vacation, whenever I choose to, I would much appreciate it. But I'm just saying, if the ability was to do it, that wouldn't be my only choice. Like, yeah, I'll tell you, yeah, I'm taking me some vacations. I'm gonna go places. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. But at the same time, that's not the end goal. Like, the end goal is to really construct a system that can put the oppressed and the descendants of slaves in motion to really claim their foot and really stand on their own feet and do it in a way and such to where even the oppressor can't say anything, because we're using the same strategies as the oppressor, just in a humanitarian way. Because there are ways we can do this with everybody living comfortably or the way they want to live. Some people enjoy going to work every day, and I don't want to take that from them. But there are systems that could be put in place to where we can maintain everything we've been doing that these crackers then got us accustomed to, then got us used to, like the fancy cars and the nice, whatever the case. We can live that and beyond that. But we can do it under a system that we created, that these politics we write. You know what I'm saying? And they have to come to us as a nation and ask for trade and commerce. And if we choose to do that with them or not is our choice. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Just think about it. Like when I heard about how the ghettos, the projects was built for black and white people. They just had one section for the white people, one section for the black people. But then over time, what they noticed was that the white people projects were getting emptier and emptier, while the black people projects was building waiting lists. Like these waiting lists is for people to get in the projects in the black community. While on the other side of the town in the white projects, people are, getting in homes and moving out. So now they just moved the people who was on the waiting list from the black projects into where all of the old white people projects. And then all the projects damn near became for the black and the brown. And I have to include the brown because the brown but for the most part, those are the main ones that still occupying project spaces at this time. Poor white people live in the mountains and in the country and shit like that. Like there's a ton of them. There's a ton of them. I'm a truck driver, and I've seen there are a ton of them. And all this minority talk or whatever, or majority talk, I don't know. They deep out there, like they like the roaches. But they live in those trailers, and a lot of them just be nasty as hell. And they don't give a fuck about what this, the government, because they would still use their white privilege to say, I still got the land. I still got this place where I can come and put this trailer up. I still, shit. Or even if they are, anyway, I don't want to get too deep off the subject. But I'm just saying that from the system that like it's all documented. And it's right there for you to see, to realize why there is a wealth gap. It's not, and then on top of that, when black people are striving and working together and unifying into becoming that industrialized nation, look what they do. I mean, am I the only one who understands that? Like, do you not see how people are against you? And you're okay with that? That doesn't bother you? Like, these people will literally come and bomb your town. A real terroristic act. They will bomb and kill innocent men, women, and children. Just for the simple fact that they don't want a man with black skin or a woman with black skin to live and be prosperous in their system. It's been designed like that. And you can sit here and say it's making all the changes. It ain't even about the changes they making today. They need to go back and make the changes they had made back then. Like when you gave them fucking millions of acres of land away, now I need mine. And my money, nigga. Don't try to hit me with these little petty laws and acts that's gonna help me be included and help me feel, like we making progress. Nah, bitch. Ain't no making progress. We finna make this shit equal right now. Give me my fucking land back. And that's just how, I don't understand why the mass majority don't feel like the same way. But again, I digress. Because that's a story for another day. I'm going to end this one right now.